Okay, so we're currently in Raedric's little castle and stuff. We're down in the dungeons right now, cleaning this place out. Look, secret stuff. What did that do? It sounded like it. Oh, it opened it down there. It looks like. Anyway, loot on the floor we haven't taken yet. Lots of undead here for some reason. Ashra's Grimoire. Oh, we killed her. I didn't realize that's who we were fighting. Okay then. Oh, he's full. So, yeah.
I'm not going anywhere like this.
Yes, you are. Okay, so he doesn't actually need this one because he knows all these spells, so we can throw that in storage. Mirrored image, I want to keep that. Saber, I don't know how he ended up with that. Still don't know what this note is. And he can carry it. As far as weapons go, it's near it. Where's the one we just picked up? Did we? Did. Oh. This one. Ah. Fleet Feet is the only one he didn't know. Oh well. So that can go into storage. This one, he knows all those, so that can go into storage too. That one, he knows all those too. So he doesn't actually need to be using these. Because that's his actual grimoire there. Doesn't carry that bow. So a pet black cat that's kind of creepy. Tiny spiders, and then the white worm. Still don't know. Pets are just decorations. So I guess we can throw them in storage. Because I really don't want a cat. So especially one that's an undead cat. It's making some more room, that's all. Oh, regular saber. Don't need that either. Actually, this is what I want to give to Gimpy. That's the one that boosts up the crits. And traps, these technically go to Gimpy too. A mace. Torches. Who needs torches? Okay. So, what's her face? I didn't even realize she was like the little boss down here. I didn't even realize that we were fighting her. She's the one who's making all the undead people down here. That's a quick way out. Oh, we haven't explored everything yet. Still walking around looking for stuff. Iron poleaxe stuff.
This calls for a subtle touch. There. What did I tell you?
Leather armor. Crappy leather armor. Camping supplies, but we are loaded. So how about we camp then? Do all that stuff. You awake to see Durance, his staff held in both of his hands before him. A flame flickers at its top end, casting long shadows across his face as he stares in contemplation. Still, for all the light of the fire, your eyes can't focus on him. Perhaps it is awakening from sleep or a trick of the light, but he seems indistinct, blurred around the edges. Everything except for the staff. The staff, he seems to be studying its engravings. As you watch, the engravings glow thinly red, like through the cracks of a heat-suffused wood. The lines stream like molten metal, burning along the edges of his staff, then branch out in an intricate series of fiery veins, bunching thickly where his hands clutch the wood, pulsing as if a heartbeat. As you watch, the veins spiral into a dozen separate circles that spiral again until they are arranged in a circle of their own. They pulse, wait, and all is strangely silent, and then suddenly there is a great light from the fire, a rushing of air, a great flash, and you awaken again. You see Durance in the same place, still holding his staff, but he is solid and real. He doesn't seem to have noticed you, or reacted to what occurred. Discuss our vision with him. I thought I felt your eyes on me. Now come the words. I had questions I wanted to ask you. I had questions.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door.
I saw something strange. You were sitting by the fire, and I saw a great light from your staff.
Tell me what you saw.
It was a flash like an explosion, a rushing of air, incredibly bright.
It is the light of the Godhammer you saw.
Durance takes in each word. In each word, he's strangely silent for a moment. When he speaks, his voice is low. The Godhammer.
It was a weapon of Deerwood's people, a symbol of their independence. It saved the Deerwood.
What do you know about it?
It brought the Saints' War to an end, knocked a god from his perch. There are few that would deny Eothas overstepped. The Godhammer reminded Eothas of it. You saw its light because I helped shape it, give it life, and release it into the world. Once seen, its glory is almost too bright to be believed, and too bright to be forgotten.
You helped build the Godhammer.
There were 12 of us. We fashioned the weapon, drafted plans for it, prayed for guidance at Ashfall, and it came to me there. Each of us were given a staff made from the forest of black trees around us, glowing with embers and fire far greater than this branch you see now. It felt as if the staff was Margaren's own finger, guiding my hand, guiding the other 11, the shadows of the 12 who had come to stand on the bridge to stop Eothas.
Shadows of the 12.
Even in that stand, there was a ritual to it. For the 12 that stood on the bridge, there were a dozen shadows cast, a dozen faithful of Margaren, her fiercest supporters and shapers of the Godhammer.
Durance rests the staff in front of him, and the flame atop it curls for a moment, the light flaring slightly. It splits into a ring of flames, one after the other, until a dozen is met.
As 12 held Eothas fast, we 12 unleashed our prayers and let the Godhammer fall.
Then it blossoms brightly once and resumes its candle intensity. In the aftermath, the shadows seem sharper in the vicinity, as if they have edges and you blink to clear your vision. Durance is still staring at this tiny candle-like flame intently.
Shadows cast by the fire of the Godhammer, perhaps. And we shared their fate as well in time. Now the spine of the Deerwood is marked by the Godhammer, marked by Margaret.
Durance frowns and moves his gaze from the staff. What do you mean, shared their fates?
Not all deaths come with stilled breath and stilled heart, or other stilled passions beneath the waste. Some deaths come from silence. The connection we once shared with Margren. After the light of the Godhammer, it was not the same. It was as if we'd lost our senses, and sense of purpose as well. Instead of victory being welcomed, there was silence, within and without. Not many can claim to have killed a god. It is less a heroic tale than you would think. And such a death, it changed our faith. All faiths, I expect. Doubt followed, and the world changed. I do not believe Margren was pleased by what we had done.
Probably not. I have other questions. Why is that?
The world is broken. The wheel stilled. There is sickness in the world's heart. Perhaps the price of crossing a god. Crossing two gods. Even as Margren shaped our hands, perhaps we carried her will farther than was allowed. Just as Widewind did. Saint Widewind. Mortal arrogance to match mortal arrogance. Yet if the world had changed, then I sought to change with it. If I had forgotten some of Margren's teachings, I would find them again. I would make her see me again.
What did you do?
I remembered Margren's teachings. How reminders on the flesh were more important than the death of a vessel. And I wondered if killing Aethys, if that had simply set him free. Had it allowed him to escape his punishment and be taken on the wheel? Like a mortal?
His voice takes on an odd upturn for once. It feels like he's generally asking a question. He shakes his head.
As I stepped from the now blessed Godhammer Bridge, I thought of Ashfall. I thought of the War of Black Trees. Wondered if I needed to be burned to find myself again. That is Margren at her heart. At least that is my hope. These are the doubts that befall me.
What happened when you returned to Ashfall?
The road to Ashfall is long. Gives one time to think. And if you think long enough, you do not go home. I left without telling anyone, with only the robes I wore at Halgot, my staff, and my name, which is long buried. Of my fellow 11 craftsmen, disciples, I know not what happened to them, if they suffered the same doubt as I did. But it was underserved. It was wrong. We had done all that Or had asked. Grab victory from defeat and...
Feels as if your god has betrayed you. Do you feel as if you betrayed your god?
There is something about being used and cast aside. Perhaps Widewen himself felt it. There at the end, when the hammer struck. To be the proof that your god is hollow as the vessel it inhabits. I tried to find purpose, and avoided all contact with other Magranic priests. Did not seek the walls of Ashfall, and sought to make amends to my god through actions. I joined with the Purges for a time, and not long after came the first signs of the Hollowborn. So many crimes, trespasses, violations. The Salvation. Animancers were another sickness born of the Saints' War. A relapse of innovation, of desperation to heal what we had caused. All seemed worse than before the bridge, not better. And as years passed, the world became even worse still for the victory.
So maybe the purges weren't what Magrin wanted either. Rational. Clever. Now I see why you call your goddess a whore. She tilted you and you still pine for her. You committed atrocities. Blah. Doesn't sound like your goddess will ever forgive you. Sweat collects in the sooty creases of his forehead and runs down his ruddy cheeks. It drips from the tip of his nose. His mouth moves, but his utterances make no sound. He is, for once, at a loss. Feeling your gaze, he quickly composes himself, wiping his forehead with the back of his dirty hand.
Huh? Worship the whims of some fickle bitch, and you'll never be more than dirt beneath her feet. Worship what she worships, on the other hand. Take her fire for your own, and her esteem comes on its own. Of course, by that time you no longer need it. Trial and transformation, sure as Durance taught.
He glares at you, staring into his eyes. Staring into his eyes gives you the feeling of peering over the edge of a great cliff.
You think to put the coals to my feet, but what's burned once will never burn again. These talks are your trial, Watcher. You cannot deflect the truth to one who has already been purified by it.
Okay, so tell me what happened on the bridge. Hey, Void Lock, welcome back. We chose the bridge because we could control it. His hands tightened at the top of the staff as if holding it by the neck. It was a place where we could choke at this in his own footsteps, where we knew his feet would fall, a narrow neck of stone. But it was more than that. It was a spine of the deer wood, symbolic of its backbone. Such symbols are important in the construction of a weapon. He studies the staff, his eyes traveling along the etchings, any weapon. His face hardens and his eyes burn, his eyebrows narrowing. I suspect Aothis knew that as well, and so did his vessel in its arrogance. His hand tightens on the staff. He intended to walk upon the bridge as if walking on the backs of the deerwood, and we intended to burn him with the light of our faith and his. 12 on the bridge, 12 in the shadow, and gave ourselves to it. Gave yourselves to it?
We put much of ourselves into the Godhammer. Such a device is not simply a machine. There are elements of the spirit in it. Even Widewind's spirit.
Elements of the spirit.
Each of the 12 who brought the Godhammer forth would have done anything to save the Deerwood, save its people. It is why we were chosen. Each of us hated this pretender. That rage, that spirit, that rebellion went into our work, and went into studying him as well.
Waidwin, why?
We all studied Widewin. He was our enemy, and he had provided the flesh the god wore as a cloak. That flesh made him vulnerable. I knew what fields his hands had tilled, his family, what he had harvested, where he had been born. We sought to know him, what had led him to fight us.
Why was that important?
You don't kill the god. You kill the man it inhabits. And you leave that man a ruin. Burn him to ash. The weapon was meant to not only burn his flesh, but it would burn his soul. And it did. At the cost of our own. And at the cost of our goddess's favor. That whore be damned.
Sounds as if you fell victim to your own weapon. Is that why your image was blurred in the dream? I have other questions about the Godhammer. Is that why your image was blurred in the dream? He frowns, glances at you with a sharp look. Perhaps your eyes were blinded by the Godhammer's light, Watcher, he snorts. I may feel half a man at times, but even that is twice that of most others.
If you fear for my spirit, your fears are baseless. The Godhammer, seeing its light, only fueled my anger and made me stronger, made me re-examine the teachings of Margren, put them in a new light.
Looks as if there was only part of you, as if your spirit had been sheared in half.
I do not need you to cast any more questions on me, Watcher. Nor did I ask you to look upon me without my leave. Get gone, and leave me be.
Sounds angry. Yeah, we still got to continue to know him. How much do we need to know? He sounds angry. Just a little bit. Oh, look, camping. Oh, that's right. Camping. Rested, because we already have full, so. I see a doorway.
Easy does it.
There's something you don't see every day.
Trap. Except the priest that kind of killed a god, to be fair. Well, but he didn't kill his own god, though. I'd be more impressed if he killed his own god. Killing somebody else's god, yeah. Everybody does that.
And what do we have here?
Another trap. Small victories. Yeah, you gotta start somewhere, right? A dead revenant wandering the hallways.
Dead on!
Oh, look, we found a trap.
I'll take a peek. Isn't this something?
It's a trap. Character wanted to trap and siphon the power of a god's avatar, that sort of thing. Oh, no, I get it. It's just, takes more conviction to kill your own god than to kill somebody else's, that's all.
There's something you don't see every day.
You're not getting through me. Rest up, big guy. We've
Damn
got
it.
your back.
Got nailed by the trap. Okay. Well. Gotta try the new patch. I didn't even look at it.
Let's see what lies this way.
I'm not even sure I patched it, to tell you the truth. Oh, look. More ooze.
Show him how it's done!
Dead on!
That's how it's done.
Boy, new subclasses and crossplay and toolkit that allows modding. The modding's been in for a while. That wasn't part of that. Maybe changes and stuff like that, but the modding for Baldur's Gate's been around for a while. Sorry, Meerkat. In this game, is this game multiplayer? Just the parts where someone purposely accidentally pulls a lever and fails to hide, particularly around the boss fights or steals and gets caught. Yeah, that's the last. There's no multiplayer in this game, as far as I know. Now, mods for Baldur's Gate 3 have been happening for quite a while, so I don't know what the significance of saying there's a toolkit now, unless they made it easier. I don't know. Come into this room for? Been here. Been in that room.
I'll take a
Yep,
peek.
Official mod tools to mess with the game. Before that, people had to make their own. Oh, is that what it was? Okay. So they basically just expanded.
There's something you don't see every day.
Traps. Food stuff. Oh, no, don't go up the ladder. Ooh, a Ring of Overseeing. We think we have one of those. Stone. Let's go to you that we're not really using. So the ring. So overseeing. So plus 10% ability area of effect. So deflection. Oh, he's got 2 deflection rings. Deflection's up to 71. Oh, but he only gets effect of one of them. Only one works. So he doesn't do area effect stuff usually. Oh, the bard could use the deflection ring because he keeps getting his ass kicked. Sort of. Area of effect stuff. Priest. He's got one. You. He's got a ring of deflection. Now his staff does, or his rod does the area effect thing. Or no, it doesn't. I thought it did. I thought it did. Oh, maybe it was his necklace he was using. I forget. Anyway, we're set. You missed the time. Your high school buds were basically just stuck for a year or two modding Warcraft 3 and Morrowind. Yeah, just editors. Okay, so we haven't been over there. Definitely want to go this way.
I'm on the trail.
Oh, sorry we haven't been over here because we can't get over there. We have to go to the other side to do that. We have to go through that door. How's my run going? Oh, it's going fine. Just doing our stuff.
Margren's fire casts light in dark places.
I think this place was supposed to be... I wasn't supposed to wait until, I think, maybe a full group in level 5 to go through here, because it feels like it's kind of easy. I mean, I killed one of the main bosses, and I didn't realize I did it until I picked up her spellbook. It's like, oh, that's who I just killed. This feels like it should have been like a level 3 or 4 thing with maybe, well, yeah, maybe 3 or 4, maybe with not a full group. It's not like it's a bad experience, it just feels really easy. Of course, we haven't finished it yet either. We still have to go after the main guy down here somewhere. I don't know. He's not going to be down in the dungeon. He's going to be upstairs somewhere. Doesn't that look like it should be a door? Studied Temple Chantry. Oh, we have to go still rescue what's his face. He's over here. We have to go tell him it's safe to go or to get out of here. One of the reasons we came into here was to rescue somebody who's supposed to help us for something. Where is he? There you are. You're free. Make a run for it. Thank you, stranger. I have to get back to the fork. But first, some food and rest. I think. Tell Nedmar. Well, tell him I still have that carving of the pale knight he gave me as a boy, and that I hope he is well. Okay. Good luck, and may the gods keep you safe, except for the dead ones. Dentamad, Baron of the. Sorry. Lord of the Barren Land. Confront Lord Raedric and blah blah blah. Spoke to Nedmar. Priest, he promised to grant me safe access to Raedric's throne room if I manage to free his former acolyte, Giaco, from the keep's prisons in the lower dungeon. I released him from his cell, so we get to go back upstairs and tell the priest that. That's up that way.
Nice and quiet.
Nate, welcome to the stream. There's no nerds here. Nerds don't play video games. Okay, you returned. Have you found him? Are there any survivors? Giaco's safe. He asked me to tell you that he's kept the carving you gave him as a boy. His eyes widen with sudden vigor. He rushes forward to grasp your arm. Oh, thank the gods. Thank you. I did not think you could. That is, I feared. He shakes his head. I did not want him to meet the pale knight so soon. He pulls away, collecting himself. Here, what I promised you in return. He pulls a large iron key from the pocket of his robe and hands it to you. This will open a door in the scriptorium, he points west, and from there you can reach the chapel and Lord Raedric without encountering quite so many guards. Take this too. I have little wealth to offer. Better to give something of use. Scroll of protection. I would entreat you before you go. Despite his shortcomings, Lord Raedric follows the gods with obedience, and he has Gilded Vale's best interest in mind. It may be that, with time, he can achieve what he desires. Please, consider this before you turn to violence. What does this key open? It's a master key. He rings his hands as he speaks. It will not open every door, but it will permit you access to the stairs leading down into the Lord's chapel. It will also open the doors along the keep's main hall, but you will face heavy fighting if you go that way. You do not have much time. Whatever your intent, Lord Raedric will soon discover that one of his prisoners has escaped, and then you will lose the element of surprise. Thought you'd favor Kulsk as Lord of Raedric's hold. I favor him as he is, a man of vision, but Kulsk has a hunger in him for rule, even if to good purpose, he is not led by his faith. Still, he is my friend, and I am willing to assist Kulsk in restoring divine favor to the lands of Gilded Vale, should Lord Raedric fall, that is. Do I need to rest? I need to rest. Of course. I'll bar the door. Yes. Okay, so get to the west. So this way? No, probably this way. No, that's the platform. I don't see any door around here. Greatest hope, blah, 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 blah. I save Yakko. I can open the door to the Scrivener's quarters and through it reach the chapel directly beside his throne room. Scrivener's quarters, but I don't see any Scrivener's quarters. Let's see him down here. I see a door over here. Brush up your pencil drawing after a long time and not drawing. To aim, it's not ideal. Pencil drawing is the best. Here set to the west. Or maybe he meant back here. We found that door. Oh, maybe that door. That really looks like a door.
I'm on the trail.
Yep, there we go. Okay, there we go. Can't fit your drawing tablet on this desk here, so I figured we may as well do something productive. Upstairs. Okay, new area. So don't go down the main hall, right? Because that's where the worst fighting's gonna be. Or there. Shit. Okay, so you hold the line.
Ready, Watcher.
Little freezing thing in here, see if this helps. Oh, dumb. So, wall's in the way, but let's knock that guy over. Everybody pick on him. So we got that buff off. Let's debuff them with that.
Following your lead.
Ready, Watcher.
Doggy gone. Doggy should be right there.
Hi?
Kill the caster. Made a poor choice. Oops, that was sped up. Oops. Do that. Junk. Oops.
Please stop saying oops. You are making me look bad.
Making me look bad because that was an oops move by picking up all that stuff.
They'll never know I'm here.
So, which one is the main hall? Spellwright's Tome. Ah, that's a new one. Maybe. Junk.
I'm not going anywhere like this.
Yeah. Spell. Parasitic Staff, which I'll never use, more than likely. And dull-mindedness. So miasma of dull-mindedness. Cloud of heavy fog settles in the minds of those in the area. Effect dulling senses and wits. Inflicts penalties of perception, intellect, and resolve. Okay. Scriptorium. So where's... Maybe this isn't the... Oh, this is where the throne is, isn't it? Got a lot of guards walking around. So Archer, Jeffrey Barat. So they're up there. But bad guy is up here, I think. Let's see if we can scout out a little bit. Oh, it's all on... They're all up there. Okay, so there's nobody actually down here with us. Archmage. I see a potential fireball in their future there. Oh, they almost spotted him. Wasn't even noticing that. Oh well. Didn't get him. Gippy's too sneaky for them. Okay, let's go. It'll be fine. No, they're not actually hostile? Oh, this isn't gonna go. Gonna sucker us in, so they're gonna surround us, aren't they? Let him approach, flanked by a host of guards, all of whom regard you with mute hostility. Lord Raedric VII observes you from his throne, clad in ornate plate. His eyes have a hollow quality, and there's a pallor to the man's gaunt face that leaves his features showing stark against his dark and unkempt hair. There is a dagger discarded upon one stone arm of the throne. A thin crimson rivulet worms its way down from the blade and past Raedric's fingers, even as he leans forward to regard you with a piercing gaze. And Ader. Thought he'd be better looking, even with all the inbreeding. Though his face is calm, you notice Ader's hand strained toward his weapon, as though with a mind of its own. Raedric, it seems I have you to thank for the chaos spreading through my keep. I have expected some invading army.
It is unlike Kolsch to hire mercenaries, or foreigners for that matter. And you are not one of mine, so I cannot accuse you of treason.
His fingers close loosely around the pommel of the dagger, as if to ascertain if it is still there, and then flinch away. Oh, I thought there was going to be more talking here. Perhaps you ought to have considered such tactics sooner. You've made short work of my guards. His eyes narrow. They were good and loyal servants, loyal to my coin, if not to me. They deserved a better fate than you gave them.
What has my cousin promised you? Some grand reward? If he had any resources to his name, he would not covet mine. And if he had any honor in him, he would not have tried this here, now, when I have lost so much.
I'm not here for speeches. I came to stop you. Kolsch is your cousin? What have you lost? Point to the dagger. What happened there? Gilder suffered under your rule. Deserves a better leader. Kolsch didn't send me. What happened there?
A just sentence.
He turns his head slightly to regard the dagger. There's a sudden, careful stillness in his expression. His voice wavers, and in a moment a pang of grief crosses his face. Ygritte knew. She hid the verses from me, the tokens. She knew what I would make of them. The scattered god poisoned her against me, made her deaf to my instruction. Only when our son was born, that hollow thing, that monster, then we both knew what her crimes had wrought. He turns a baleful look upon you, jaw working, face flushed and splotchy with emotion. It could not stand. He brings up a hand suddenly toward his temple, obscuring his face. He killed his wife, basically, with that dagger. What does Kolsch know of sacrifice? He would indulge himself. Let us succumb one by one and suffer Barath's punishment, until the final soul goes to its keeping, never to return, and Gilded Vale is but a barren land. I came for you. Is your cousin? What have you lost?
Much. There is a plague among us here in Gilded Vale. The legacy is but part of it. The rest is fear, heresy, perversion. Each incident alone is but the flicker of a candle, but together, a blaze that will destroy us.
The legacy is a test of faith, and has driven many to madness. They cling to hollow promises, to dark and terrible things. Each lie permitted feeds the fire. Every whisper from preening charlatans and venom-tongued midwives, the words of false prophets, the promises of dead gods. He clenches his gloved fist.
The flame consumed her. My Ygritte. And our child with it.
He looks to the dagger and his voice catches briefly in his throat. You murdered your own wife, your child? Carried out the sentence. Would you have me give her to an executioner? In that Deerwood we see to our own justice. He sits back in his throne, his knuckles white upon his armrest. And that thing, that silent aberration, that was not alive to kill. His dark eyes narrow. Keep your recriminations, trespasser. I have done my duty. Your speech as I came to stop you. Kolsch didn't send me. Did he not? Or do you throw his name at my feet to spare yourself? He sneers. He is counting on you all the same, a distraction at the least, and an able killer at best, so long as he can use your presence to his advantage. He relishes such opportunities, striking where he can from the shadows. Kolsch lacks the strength to see the matter done. He motions to you, so that he relies upon stronger allies.
You are a pawn in Kolsch's designs, and he has kept his motivations from you for a reason. I wonder if you understand what it is you do, or what you might accomplish if you were better informed. You have proven your competence in your way, and had I such an ally, we might together put an end to Gilded Vale's woes, lift the curse once and for all, and in doing so, return us to a life where such strict measures are not necessary.
Nights, bleak walkers. Wow, all the stuff I missed. Or not related to what we're doing. I'm willing to listen. What did you have in mind?
Good, good. The stakes are too high for rash action. Be assured Defiance Bay will hear of your assistance to me.
You are in a position to pull a swift end to this rebellion. I've wasted too many resources on Kolsch and paid the cost for it. Kill him, and I can refocus my attention upon this blight. Between the priest and my animancer, we can determine a cure. My family will be the last to suffer for this legacy. About that animancer. I don't know. I think it's nice that someone's there to distract him from killing the rest of my town, even if they're not the best neighbors these days. Hey, Necron, welcome back. He has doubtless attempted to ply you with lies, hoping to pull you to his side. He will permit you to approach him so that he might work upon you further, and then you will have your opportunity. I'll find him and put an end to him. You truly are mad if you think I would ever help you. Not convinced. I'm not sure what I should do here. I'm wondering what he's going to do when he finds out that his animancer might be dead. Just saying. Well, she is dead. There's no maybe about it. We killed her pretty good. So, I'll find Kolsch to put an end to him.
Good. You will not have to look far. His camp lies in the wilds past Gilded Vale. His scouts watch the roads and warn him in advance of my forces. But you should have more luck. Deal with him, and then return here.
You say so. The only reason I went that route is because the priest said, you know, if you can avoid it, don't go to violence right away. Hey, our construction's completed up there. Okay. 4 of our construction is completed, which means next. 2 days for the Bailey, 3 days for the towers, 4 days for the south curtain wall, west curtain wall is 4 days, 2 days for our library, barracks in 2, dungeons in 2, merchant stalls in 1, craft hall, provide you with a weapons and armor merchant as well as a dexterity bonus for resting at Bright Hollow. Oh, nice. I'm going to guess we should get the Bailey done first. Bailey houses various necessities for keeping the stronghold self-sufficient. Building this upgrade will allow you to upgrade the grounds further. Sure, it's cheap. It's there. Okay, so how are we allowed to walk around this castle now, or I guess we'll find out.
And what does the flame reveal?
Vanilla Costal. I have keys to all the doors, I think. Got all the stuff.
There's something you don't see every day.
Where? Oh, right there. He may be regretting, not fighting me. I'm gonna clean this place out if I can. Jolting touch. Joints are fringed with rust. The emblem of the breastplate is a tree with a broad heart-shaped leaves. Secret wall or door. Oh, wifey's dead in here.
And what do we have here?
A trap, of course. Hunting belt. Pierce DR bonus / DR bonus. So, stone. I think he has this belt already, but we'll see. Oh, he doesn't have a belt. So, Mr. Tank. Oh, he is wearing a belt. Increase critical hit damage. Or DR bonus stuff. Let's keep you wearing for a belt. He's the one with that built. Oh no, this is bumped. Pierce and slash. He's Pierce and slash too. So Cleric gets beat up on pretty bit, or pretty often. Spell protection, you get those. Swell of defense, restore minor endurance. Keep that one too. Needs more slots. So, wifey. Blood still wet runs from the woman's slit throat, soaking into the sheets below. So that's his wife. Blackened pages curl in the fire, leather cover embossed with a rising sun,
Gimpy,
3 stars,
I am
barely
sorry
visible.
to say this, but it is time to end the stream.
But
Say goodbye to all of the nice people and make sure you tell them to have a great day or evening. We will see them again tomorrow. Also, make sure to remind them to hit the follow button and visit your YouTube channel.
We have stuff to loot still.
Consider it done.
Stream Mafia
Give me
has
a real
spoken.
challenge.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that was locked? Ooh, boots. Boots of evasion. Reflex -1. That in there. So the boots. He's not wearing... Oh, he's got his boots of Constitution 1. Keep his boots are... Freeze bonus and stealthy. What is it supposed to mean? Reflex bonus. That's 63. What about you? Your reflex 43. You can wear those boots. Dusted record on the rot. Okay, so we will stop here and continue tomorrow and Tuesday as well. Because I do have to go eat my dinner. Getting kind of hungry. Haven't eaten since breakfast. So, anyway, that'll be it for today. Thank you all very much for coming out. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Having a lot of fun with this game. Again, my first time playing it, so it's fun and enjoying it. So, and we're still in keep. Basically, we'll start the stream off tomorrow. Is just go through the rest of the keep. Make sure we clean out everything important, or we'll just clean them out, and then we'll move on with the story there. And that's it. So. Thanks for watching. Stream schedule, of course, tomorrow and Tuesday is Pillars of Eternity. Wednesday and Thursday is Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord with the Old Realms mod, which is a Warhammer Fantasy mod, currently running around as a Bretonian Knight. Friday is Celasta multiplayer with Hobo, Hurricane, and Jeff. Saturday, Star Wars The Old Republic with Ragstone, Hurricane, and either Bob or Soul Slicer, depending on who's available. And then Sunday, we're back here to Pillars of Eternity. And just so you know, once we finish 1, we're going to be moving on to 2, because I haven't played that one either. So we're going to be playing a lot of Pillars of Eternity for the next couple of months, it looks like. They're doing it on Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesdays for now. Okay, that's it. Thank you all very much for watching. Tomorrow's stream starts at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. GMT for some more Pillars of Eternity 1. So have a great evening, great day, wherever you happen to be. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you tomorrow.